Okay, quick audio check before I go live, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lovely. My apologies guys, I will be with you in just a moment. I'm just getting a couple of paints ready, I do apologise. Right, okay. So, good afternoon, how is everybody? I do apologise, I have ideas running through my head pretty much all the time, but I decided on an idea just moments before the stream went live. And also one of the things that I do need to get, wow, I seem to be having lots of hosts today, so thank you to anyone watching from Gumba Paints, Horlicks 2012, Disembodied Toast, or Hannah Hannaby, their channels. Thank you very much. Right, okay, one of the shades I do not seem to be able to find, so we'll just carry on. I've got other things that I can do if I can't find the paint that I need. So what we are doing today is we're going to carry on with Mr. Forest Troll here. I have continued to block in all the mushrooms, and I've done another coat on the loincloth. What I'm looking at doing today is starting to turn those mushrooms into mushrooms, and also I want to start getting in some of this what do you call it, I can't remember the name, the plant life. Wow, can you believe I can't remember what the name, plant life. So, right, and hello to anyone watching from Atlantis Miniatures that comes on. So, we're also, hello Valkyrie, Vines, that's it. Oh, do you know what, I think I'm going to have one of those mornings where I just can't get the words out. Right, so, I'm a little bit fearful of the colours that I'm going to use for the vines. I'm going for a Citadel list of Castellan Green, with Lauren Forest and Strachan Green. It may come out very similar to his loincloth, but I'm quite confident. So I'm also looking for some shade, but one of the shades that I'm after is a brown wash anyway. The main one I'm after is Seraphim Sepia. So I want a nice light brown, so instead I'm going to make my own up using no, do you know, it's just turned up. Right, so what I want to do now is just do all of these insides of the tree. Wow, Dates is hosting as well. Wow, I seem to be really popular today. So I'm going to go through all the insides of the wood, and I'm going to use a 50-50 mix of Seraph and Sepia. That should give me a very subtle shading. I think undiluted will be fine, but I'm going to dilute it because you can add but you can't take away kind of principle, and using this big palette is probably overkill. So a little tiny bit in the palette. I'm going to just I'm using a small brush, so I put about 4 brushfuls in, so I put about 4 brushfuls of water, and we'll just see how that comes out. Like I say, I think it probably won't. Hello to anyone coming over from Boboti. Right, so how are we doing for? I need to get the camera thing ready now, don't I? Oh, I'm really not set up. I do apologise. I thought I was. Wow, all these hosts. This is what happens when you're nice and respectful to people, and people are respectful back. So lesson to be learned here. Right, I'm going to carry on with this as it is for now. So, you know, I think I might actually have had this right the first time. Look at that. So just pop the shade in there, and then when that's dry, we'll have a look at it, and I'll just try and dry brush over it. And then hopefully that'll show off that detail in there. Just a very subtle. We have bought. Yeah, I know. It's just an automatic reaction though. That obviously these people have put in auto host, but I appreciate it all the same, because I know that I have auto host on a lot of these people, and I'm sure they appreciate it as much as I do. This isn't really going to show up as much as I'd like on the actual model, on the actual troll, but it's hopefully going to work alright on this one. But I've got my little camera thing up now. When I load up programs, it does like to take its time. So yeah, it's really not showing up at all on here, is it? Shown a little bit. Did I win the Rainer stream? No, do you know what? Oh, sorry, I thought you talked to me. Sorry. Right. So the plan that I have for the mushrooms. Let me open up the browser. I have found. I keep forgetting to take a photo in the shops, and then all of a sudden I'm thought, well, hang on, I've got Google. So I thought, Google it. And that is absolutely perfect. Oh, maybe not. There we are. So I've got that really dark brown I'm going to do on the inside, but on the outside it's a lot more subtle. So I'm going to really hit that shade on the inside, and I'm going to use a lighter shade on the outside and just make it subtle. That is the plan anyway. Whether I achieve it, I don't know. Thank you for the chair. Right, so yes, Valkyrie, that's fantastic. Is that the I forget what the challenge was now. Was it something to do with anything that flies? Right, so I didn't want to use brown, I want to use strong tone for the inside of the mushrooms. And I'm going to dilute it down a bit. Seems to be the way of the day, doesn't it? Ah, right. I don't know why I put so much shade in, but now I've heard that when you dilute the shade, it's better if you use like a medium that you can get to dilute shades. It's made by Army Paints and I'm told it's really good. Unfortunately I don't have any, so I've got to stick with water. Right. So do you know what? I think that might be alright in 1 or 2 coats there. I am kind of piling it in, but I want to discolour all of the inside of the mushroom. You may hear some workmen on the go. They're doing some work on the house. We have a little room. It is only little, it's far too small for a bedroom. So they're actually turning it into a laundry room. So the rumour has it that we're going to be getting 2 washing machines, 2 tumble dryers, and an area to dry clothes in. And it's underneath my room but one. And I don't think this is as a result of my complaining yesterday. I think this has been planned for ages. But what it does mean is that we've got workmen in the house. When we have workmen in the house, it means that there's someone in the house for my parcels that might come. So I shouldn't need to get any of these red letters. Because when I get a red letter to say, sorry we missed you, it usually delays my parcel by a couple of days. I have to rearrange the delivery, but you know, that's the way it is. Right, I don't even know if this is going to work, you know. I will be warning on that one. However, so far it's going to plan. That is really good. We're not actually doing music requests today. That reminds me, I need to turn them off. Because the afternoon session goes to YouTube, I can't do music requests because otherwise they cut half of my audio out. And they hit me with a... Sorry, they don't cut the audio out. They just hit me with a copyright thing. And so far all of my copyrights have just been that they'll put adverts on my videos and the money will go to whoever owns the copyright on those songs. But apparently what they can do is hit a strike on my channel. So don't want to take that risk. I mean, the painting videos on, to be honest with you, on YouTube they're more for my benefit. I heard a really good description of someone's channel and it really sums up my channel. There's only like 10 or 15 people watching these videos on YouTube. That's sort of the results of last week's videos. But some people have got some benefit out of this, and if one person gets some benefit in 2 years or 3 years or 10 years, that's fine. But one thing that I'm really keen on is looking back at my own work and seeing how much I've improved or not over the last so many months or years or however long. I'm going to show you this shot here so you can clearly see the mushrooms with the shade, the mushrooms without the shade. It's really dulled them down, but it's really added so much more interest. I'll try and do this one first. There you go. You can see that bottom one, although it's so much, well actually that top one, because of the brightness from the light, you can hardly see the detail, but the bottom one, there's going to be so much shade on this that you're almost going to lose all that detail, but you won't lose it completely. That's the aim anyway. And of course the great thing about this is that if I get the colours wrong compared to real mushrooms, it doesn't matter, because this is a fancied model. If you show me what colours a mushroom should be when it's growing out of a forest troll, then I will be more careful to reproduce that colours exactly. For now I'm doing things that I think are going to be interesting and a little bit challenging, and most importantly I'm going to have fun. So, well, that was kind of the that was the GW interpretation of what colour is troll skin, orc skin, sorry. And someone said to me an orc skin is whatever colour you want it to be. Because I'd gone in and I said, well, what is the actual colour of an orc skin? And they said, well look, this is the colours that we sell, but the actual fact is, what colour do you want them to be? Right, I am looking at the way the bottom is drying. I think it's going to want another coat, maybe not quite so heavy as the first, but I'm liking the way that's going. So what I want to do is, and of course it doesn't matter if this pulls too much, because it's just muck and grime, isn't it? So I'm going to lay him on his side. I'm just making sure I've got all. I really like that. I like the way that's going. So I'm going to lay him on his side for a bit, and then I'm thinking carefully about this base, and I'm thinking the first thing I want to do is now get the bigger bits in. So let's have a look at this this lichen, and if anybody wants to chirp in on this, please do. Please don't think that your comments are not welcome. Or do you know, I don't know if this is artificial. Sorry, I don't know if this is artificial or not, but it feels very real. So I just want to. I'm convinced it's real. You know, it smells planty. So this is from Serious Play, Brown Lichen UND10. So what I want to do is lay a few bits down near the front. This is the back, because I put in the parts for the feet, and I just want to lay a few bits down, not too much. Right, I would believe it's real, because I don't know if that's too much there. I think what I'll actually do is I'll pick bits off, and then I'll place them so that they're growing upwards, and then I'll stick a couple of these little purple bits. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to put all these bits of lichen very close together, so that I don't have to start putting the leaves and stuff in between. And I'm thinking something along those lines. Don't know what that is. It's gone now. Maybe put in a lot of the front, and then we'll put two of those, one of those, and maybe one of those. I want this to be like thick forest, so maybe put two of those about there, and then one of these ones maybe at the back, and then we'll see where we can squeeze one of those. And then we'll fill the rest of the base up with forest scat or should I do the base first with this and then put all of those bits on the top? Yeah, I should put this on first, shouldn't I? I should have done this last. No, I didn't want to do it last night because I'm trying to do it on stream. Right. So is that? Sorry. The reason I'm asking a lot of questions is because basing materials is something I'm really not an expert with. So the question I'm putting is, putting all of that on, is it too much? Do I put the landscape texture on first, or do I put the lichen on and then the little foliage, whatever you want to call that, and then put the landscape texture around it? Sorry, I know you said you've answered, but I can't. Oh, that was right. So this is going on last because it's real. Landscape texture first, so that's this. Then the lichen. So at what point do these go on? Let me get these out of the tub. Oh, they're sealed. Right, okay. Yeah, I've got to the point now, I've got so many blue things on my table, I can't tell which things are. No, I like the fact this is blue because it stands out. So, I think I might need a replacement blade in that. Tufts, that's it. Oh, get a free precision tray. I didn't notice that, you know, look. I don't know if that's just for me or if that's a normal code, but this is the tuft mix. Deep forest tuft mix. Get a free precision tree if you spend £20. So there you go. There's a little bonus for my viewers there. Right. So this is the guess I'm making. One. That then goes around it, and then this is 3. Is that correct? Is that how you would do it? Oh, I like that. Because you can't get more realistic than real, can you? And this will be the first base I've actually ever gone to town on. Right. Sorry, I am waiting because I want to get this right. I'm guessing this order because this probably won't stick to that. I like that. That's really nice. So one of those, 2 of those, and 1 of those. So that's my proposal. Pop those on, pop this all around, except obviously because I don't think this will stick to that, and then this will go on last. But I'll position this when I put the tufts on. All little bits of it falling off. Right, so these I believe are self-adhesive. They are. Good, good, good. I might just... Right, so let me move this right down. We'll try and get a focus. Obviously, when I check this, using the cameras that I use are Logitech, but using the software that comes with it to control the cameras is making life so much better. I'm wondering. No, I don't want to play with him too much. Right. So that's going into the. I just love that. The more I look at it. So I want to leave some nice big spaces for that to go on, to get all those big lumps in there. Right, so lichen, whatever you want to call it, is going to go roughly. Do you know, I'm wondering whether to go just these two pieces. Less is more. It's quite easy to overdo. And then I'm thinking this little sole one on the corner, two of these sort of either side of that foot, and this. No, this one can go right slap bang in the middle. One of those right on the corner there, and I'll put two of those at the back, like he's just walked over it. Is anyone in disagreement? And I've got my special landscaping tweezers. Right, and this would appear very sticky. Oh, it's stuck to the tweezers. I know most people would probably just slap them on, but I don't know how strong the glue is on these. Two stuck together there. Right, so how's that? Are you liking? I think that's just going to add some much needed colour. Right, so now for the fun bit. Oops. Right, so that's coming off. I'm not going to go with that. I think it might be a case of less is more, and I think I might have to put that on tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the glue all over the base. And then I'm just going to pop that in to there, and then I'll scoop that over it. Like I say, it'll either come out good or it won't. Right. So I'm going to use thick PVA glue because some large bits in there. I got my cruddy brush. Right, here we go. I'm getting excited now because I'm doing stuff that I don't normally do. I can always throw a little bit extra on later on as well. I thought about throwing some on to give it a sort of sense of direction, like a wind. So am I still within the camera? Didn't realise I'd use that much glue. I'm resisting the urge to scrape it all on, like you know, paint it on, because the texture from the grey pumice is actually quite rubbery. It's not that strong. God, if you guys try working to a camera, it's actually quite difficult. So no one shouted stop, 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 so that's not too bad. Because I know you guys will if I'm doing something really bad. I get very scared of doing stuff for the first time, but I get even more scared doing it in front of people. Because if I tried this, like last night or something, in the comfort of my own home, I can then just go, oh well, I did try it and it didn't turn out very well, so we want to try a new idea. So I'm going to place some bigger bits on, so that I make sure they get in, because obviously if the big bits are balanced on top of the smaller bits, they're not going to stick. And there we go. Oh, I didn't put the stones in. Never mind. I can always glue a couple of stones to it later on. Right, and I'm going to leave that for about at least 10 minutes. Let that set. And then I'll give it a soft brush just to get rid of all the bits. No one's overly concerned at the moment with what I've done. And I reckon that shade will now be dry enough for me to apply a second coat. This hot part we're doing really well for time. I'm really happy with the way time's going. So I'll put the tufts away. I do like them. I just wish I could show you. I'm actually looking at getting some new lighting now. That is my next highest priority. I've been a bit naughty on what I've been spending. I mean, it's all good stuff for streaming and that, but it's but I've now got so many weeks worth of projects lined up. I can kind of sit back for a couple of months and do non-actual product, just get the quality improved. Right. Yeah, I'm not unhappy with that. So good news in a selfish way. One of my managers is back from holiday today. I did ask her to sort out a loo day for me on a Thursday. And to be honest with you, the way things have worked out, I think they've actually timed really well, because with me sorting part of my room out yesterday, I spent more time doing the living side of my room and no time on the studio, but that the original plan was to have an hour doing sorting the studio side out and an hour sorting the bed side out, and I end up spending about 2.5 hours doing the bedside. But it's absolutely smashing. Although, because I've completely rearranged my bed, I got up this morning and I'm like, where the hell am I? Because my room was not, you know, obviously when you get out of bed, the first thing you normally see is that particular wall. And obviously I got up this morning and that particular wall had moved. So other than that, it's absolutely brilliant, and things are more practical. So I really want to crack in there and get more done. I'm glad I've done this bit first, because I am accidentally going over onto the actual mushroom top. There we go. So it looks like I could have gone straight in there with neat. What was it I used? The strong tone. But if I'd have gone in there with neat and it was too much, I can't take it away. So Love Minis is probably laughing to herself, because do you remember my opinion when I got this? I think it was something along the lines of, every Army Painters product that I've used, I've not got on with. However, I've not used any of their paints, so I will be fair and I will give this a go. I've got to be honest with you, it's probably up there with one of the best shades I've used. The colour is just so, I can't think of the word I'm looking for. There's so much going on. It's not a grey, it's not a black, it's not a brown. It's kind of all of them and more. I think the naming is a little bit daft. Strong tone, medium tone, flesh tone makes sense. I'm being careful with the way I hold it, because I am putting quite a lot in. The big mushrooms are coming out really nice, but that's more to do with the way they're sculpted. Yeah, do you get that every morning anyway? So yeah, not having my loo day granted, well, not being processed, now means that I get it later on. She could have actually given me my loo day last week or the week before, and I probably, in all fairness, would have sat at home and wasted it. So I've got loads of things that I want to do, and so I'll be able to get on with those. Right, I have to finish the stream bang on time today, because I have an errand to run for one of my viewers. I have to go down to Wilko. That is actually a really good idea. Although in all fairness, by the time I've been sleeping in this room for a week, I think I'll be used to it. This might need a third layer because it's so big. Oh, I've just realised something else that I've got to do that I keep forgetting, and that's his tongue inside of his mouth. Simple job, three simple colours, probably 2 with the size of his mouth, but quick colour, quick highlight, and that's nice and easy, but it'll add quite a lot. Right, those mushrooms are really starting to come along now, aren't they? I reckon a third coat in there, just darken them a little bit more, but I might go a little bit lighter. I won't chuck so much in, and then we will then do, when am I going to sightsee? Right, that's going to be August. I've got 2 weeks off in the middle of August. So what I'm actually going to do is I won't be streaming in the lunchtime. Yeah, wait till it dries. Yeah, so I won't be streaming in the lunchtime, but I'll be streaming in the evenings, but I'll be streaming for longer. So I'll actually get more streaming time in over the fortnight, but it'll be later, it'll be more concentrated. Right, see how we're getting on with this base. Do you know what? Needs a lot of tidying up on the outside, but I am not unhappy with that. It's got quite a lot going on. In fact, we can get some more. Yeah, I'm liking that. There's so much going on there. Oh, you got a little bit that's gone sticky uppy there. Yeah, I like it. So I'll give that a bit of a brush as well. Although I don't mind the little bits of forest in the actual bushes, because if you've got wind and stuff, not you've got wind as in flatulence, but obviously where the wind will be coming through the forest, it would blow things up. And I've got my little space there. I hope I've left that big enough for his feet. Hey Horlicks, how are you? What do you think of my base? Switch the light out, you might get a better view of it. So this little tuft there, he's having a bit of no, it's not. Yeah, I see what you're saying. He's really struggling to be seen there, and as a result he's probably just become my favourite, because I always favour like the runt of the litter. There's some glue poking through there. It's like it's seeping through. So I think what might have been a better idea was to leave it in the base, or maybe the glue was too thick. I don't know, but that's nice, because I think between where oh, yours will look so much better, Horlicks, because you did it. And I mean that, I mean as in, you'll finish tonight going, wow, I did that. So, and I'm feeling really pleased with myself, because this may be the best base I've ever done. It's very busy, there's lots going on, I've got some of the little stones in there, but all I can do is let it sit and wait. Oh, lichen. So let's so do you think in hindsight now two pieces of lichen was just right? fact, actually, I'm starting to wonder if 2 is too many. I might just put the one little piece on. I'm liking this piece. Right. To be honest with you, I'm alright with 1 piece there. No, 2. Because they're different colours. Really? Okay then. So this is why I'm quite keen to get on with the leaves and that at the bottom, because then I can get that troll on. One of the things I've noticed, I'm pleased with the toenails. I think they look totally dirty and uncared for, but his nails look fairly manicured by comparison. So this is the lichen, and we think is real. I'm going to put the lichen in the actual tub then, because I like those pieces. So if I do forget where they are, yeah, that looks like an abandoned wood. No one's been there in ages. It does need a bit of a brush to get some of the bits out, but see, like, there's still bits I see on Chubblewood bases. So I'm going to put those up on the shelf. I will take a photo of it later on. So with the 15 minutes that I've got left, I'm going to try and block in some of the... I've decided these are vines going up there. Actually, I don't want green, I want black. There's an effect that I've seen that I think is absolutely amazing, which is painting like a leaf black and then painting the highlights green. So that's actually what I'm going to do. So black, 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 and I'm actually thinking there's a colour called green black. It's almost a black. Do you know what? This is what happens when you change your mind on things. This is why I need some kind of paint organising system. Right. Got my greens from the other day. Are these them? These be. Can't even find the black. Sorry guys, I do apologise. That's the blue. Right, okay, I'm going to go with original plan then. Actually, no, I'm not. Yeah, why? Right. Stay at that black. Still, I use it so people know it. Oh, I think, judging from that text message, which I've not been able to read fast enough, our new guy at work has been promoted. We had a guy, 2 people made promoted to inspectors, managers, whatever you want to call them. Nice guys, but they kind of apologised to one and said, look, we're really sorry, we can't train 2 people up at once, so we're going to postpone your promotion, and we have to do a large model together, like a yeah. I mean, I'm trying to build you up, because obviously what we'll try and do next is we'll try and use a model that's got mostly the colours that you've got. I should have put the green in first. But with just a few new colours, because this is the only downside with this hobby, is that you need so many paints to start with. But once you get going, I mean, I've got what, 200-300 I haven't actually counted all my paints, but I reckon I've got a good 200-300 paints. But they've all been, I've probably spent no more than £3 or £4 a week on the paints if you average it all out. But I've spent like £50 a week on the first couple of weeks, and then I haven't actually bought any paint now for well, obviously we've got the acid drop box. Right, so what I've done, you probably won't see it, but I've got the Castellan green, and I've put quite a lot of black in. It is quite fat. Actually, I'm going to put more black in. I want it to be almost black, but I know black's a strong colour, so I'm not putting much black in. There we go, I'm liking that. I don't know how well you can see that, but that's almost black with just a touch of green in it. Yeah, it's but when you first started Valkyrie, I bet you were like, oh, I can't afford all the paints that I actually want, and you were always struggling. And now I'm looking at projects and going, yeah, I got that colour, oh, I might use that colour instead. Whereas Horlicks at the moment has got about 6 paints, and that's it. Right, so this has got very, very thin, and it's definitely going to need a couple of coats. No, actually it's about right. So I'm afraid I will be painting this on stream, because on Friday we established that we're going to need 2 coats on the mushrooms, and I did the second coat off stream because it took us a full hour to do the mushrooms, and then if I hadn't done that, today would have been pretty much a replay of Monday. Right, that's nice, that's adding a bit of interest. What's that? You've got some good starting paints, and you've got a good set. You've got, you know, for the models you've got. Oh, I want to thicken that a bit, because that's pretty much turned that into a wash. I'm very heavy-handed with water, but I do over thin rather than under, but I'd rather do it that way. So how did you manage to get a bit of time to watch this stream then, Horlicks, while you're at work? Or are you doing important business meeting in the warehouse? I would do an air commas for that, but this is gonna be hard. but it's certainly more interesting. Everything we do to this just makes it more and more interesting. Sorry guys, I am so sorry. Morning Katie Long, how are you? Or afternoon or evening or whatever. I'm going to show you something very pretty in a moment, Katie. If you like natural things. I think I might have got the right colour here. I was a little bit worried about how it's going to look with the loincloth, but I think it is totally different. My day is wonderful. Well, actually, I thought I had a bad day because I went to bed early last night, and about 9 o'clock put YouTube on as I always do, and I was asleep fairly quickly. And then I woke up in the night and it just felt like middle of the night, so I just kind of swore and then went back to sleep again. And then I woke up a bit later and I thought probably about 4 o'clock, which is about an hour before my alarm goes off. So I thought, well, sod it, I'll get up. And I got up and it was just gone midnight. So I kind of potted around on the computer for about an hour and I went back to bed again. And the next thing I knew, it was 6:30 and I'd missed my alarm by an hour and a half. Thankfully I was on a 7:30 start, so I wasn't actually late for work. I really don't think we're too far off finishing this now. But I don't think I'm going to get all of these vines done, which unfortunately means that I've got to mix up pretty much the same colour tomorrow. I think that concept is working. Obviously I've got to highlight it. Ooh. But I'm really pleased with the way it's going because I haven't used any exciting colours, yet the model looks exciting. If that makes sense. I've used drab green, drab browns. You can see what it's meant to be, and the colour choices are okay. The mushrooms I think have come out really well. I thought I was gonna... Oh! Is that a genuine offer? Because I would really love to go to Australia. I haven't got my passport sorted out though. Right, let me show you my very, this base, it's just, didn't want to spend too much effort on it. Just something I threw together. So I'm fairly pleased with that, that'll do. So it is, isn't it? But it's not inappropriately pretty. Just a Yeah, well, I think it needs a bit of colour, but I think it's just, you know, forest troll just walking through the forest, minding his own business, killing any humans that come in his way, you know, nothing special, just a day in the life. I just really wish they'd done his leg as a sub-assembly. Oh, Love Minis, which one did you get? I can't remember. I know you showed me a picture, but I can't remember now. Did you get the same pose? Oh wow, it's 1 o'clock. Right guys, I really am going to have to stop now. I am so sorry. I'm really happy with that. Really happy. Gone a little bit over there, but I think... Oh no I haven't, no I haven't. It just looks that way. So I'm going to put a little highlight on the flat bits. These lumpy bits I'll put a highlight, but then I'll put a more extreme highlight. And then we'll shade that wood bit on the front. And then, oh, we've got the hair to do. Should I go brown with the hair? Keep it brown theme? Or should I just shade the hell out of it? Or should I go a different colour like black? I think black might work. Right guys, I'm going to rush, but let's have a quick look, see who we've got for a raid. We've been doing quite well the last week for raiders. Plenty of people to choose from. We have got... Oh, we've got Alex Attempts Tabletop. He's online. I don't know if... Oh, isn't he just finished uni or something, isn't he? And I think he did very well. So, yeah, I'm afraid I'm off. I only get an hour in the daytime, but I will be back on at 8 o'clock tonight. So, raid is in progress. Alex Attempts Tabletop. Nice guy. He's made a lot of progression very quickly in the last few months as well. A couple of months ago he was an okay painter, you know, good painter, but now he's really good. So well worth watching, and just generally nice young guy. Right, take care guys. See you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.